All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to demystify Korean. We're skipping all the dense grammar textbooks to give you the essential keys. The goal? To help you start understanding the language you hear in your favorite shows and music, all in just the next few minutes.
You know that feeling, right? You're completely hooked on a K-drama, and you just wish you could catch the real emotion, the real meaning, without glancing down at the subtitles. That desire to connect with the culture? That's exactly where we're gonna start. So whether you're here for the K-pop, the incredible food, or you're just a little bit curious, we're about to hand you the keys to unlock this amazing language. Let's dive in.
First things first, we've got to crack the Hangul code. Now, I know it might look unfamiliar, but this alphabet is famous for being a total stroke of genius. It was actually designed by a king to be so logical that legend has it you could learn it in a single morning. This is going to be your first quick win. Okay, so here's the magic of Hangul. You see, a syllable can look pretty complex, or it can be super simple and clean. But here's the secret sauce. Instead of memorizing thousands of characters, you only need to know 24 letters. That's it. They just snap together in these neat logical blocks. Let's start with the vowels. They're the core of every single sound. And the best part? They are always consistent. So this shape here, always an oo sound, like in good. And this one, always e, like in tree. No tricky exceptions to worry about. Easy, right? Next up, the consonants. These are the sounds that kind of give the vowels their shape. For instance, this little square, that's a soft M sound. And this one here is a G sound. Once you recognize these basic shapes, you're pretty much ready to start building words. Seriously, building a word in Korean is just like playing with Legos. You take a consonant, G, snap on a vowel, ah, and bam, you get a block. If you need another sound, you just stick another consonant on the bottom. Every single syllable works this way. It's so predictable and logical. All right, you've got the alphabet down, you've leveled up. Let's take this to the next stage of our quest and see how these simple blocks come together to build real sentences. Verbs are really the engine of a Korean sentence, and they change depending on how polite you need to be. For example, the basic verb to do becomes either the super formal version or the standard polite one you hear every day. Same goes for to eat. That little ending on the verb tells you everything about the social situation. Let's see this in the wild. Check out this full sentence. It means, I am an American. You see that bit at the very end? That's the formal, polite version of the verb to be. And just like that, you've used a conjugated verb. See? Not so scary. So you might be wondering, how do you know what's what in a sentence? Well, the secret is particles. They're these tiny little markers that attach to words and act like labels. They tell you, hey, this is the main topic, or this is the thing the verb is happening to. They're basically the grammar glue that makes it all stick together. Okay, now for something that is absolutely crucial for speaking Korean, politeness. And I don't just mean being nice, it's a system baked right into the grammar that shows respect for social relationships. Let's solve this puzzle. Here's the exact same phrase, I go, said two totally different ways. The first one is formal. You'd hear this on a news broadcast or in a big presentation. The second one is the standard, everyday polite way you'd say it. Same meaning, but that verb ending completely changes the social vibe. So when do you use which? Well, think of the formal style for high-stakes, official situations. The informal polite style, that's your everyday go-to. You'll use it with coworkers, shopkeepers, pretty much anyone you meet. And then there's casual speech, which is reserved just for your close friends and family. Getting this right is key to sounding natural. But language isn't just a bunch of grammar rules, right? It's a window into a whole culture. So let's check out a few examples of how Korean is woven right into the fabric of daily life. Let's put this into a real-world context. Say you're navigating a city like Seoul. A basic bus fare is going to set you back about 1,000 won. It's a small detail, sure, but it's one little piece of the daily rhythm of life there. And speaking of buses, Seoul has this amazing color-coded system that's just brilliant. You don't even have to be a language expert. You can get around just by looking at the colors. Blue buses take you on long-haul routes, green ones are for local stops, red goes to the suburbs, and yellow just loops the downtown area. So smart. Okay, if you've ever watched a Korean show, you have definitely heard this word. It's a blend of two words. Chicken for chicken and mekju for beer. But it's so much more than just a word. It's a whole cultural thing. It's the perfect pairing for a night out with friends. Feeling a little hungry? Let's make some of this vocabulary delicious with kimchi jjigae. It sounds impressive, but it's incredibly simple. You fry some pork, add kimchi, pour in some water, and boil.
All of a sudden, words for to fry or pot aren't just on some list, they're part of a recipe you can actually use.
And just like that, we have covered a ton of ground. Let's do a quick recap of everything you've just managed to unlock. Think about it. You started by cracking the alphabet code. From there, you used those building blocks to make actual sentences. You navigated the super important politeness puzzle, and you saw how it all connects to real culture, from bus routes to food. You've built a fantastic foundation. At the end of the day, learning Korean isn't just about memorizing words. It's about gaining a key to a rich, vibrant, and fascinating culture. You've just taken that first huge step. So the only real question left is, what are you going to unlock next? Thanks for joining me on this explainer.